Go, mă, zic, de ăsta de unghiuri.
Ce? Lasă unghiurile. It was not too long ago. It was not too long ago. It was not too long ago.
Go, mă, zic, de ăsta de unghiuri.
Ce? Lasă unghiurile. It was not too long ago that Ovidiu and I went to a festival which was called the Kaspersky-Farspersky Chess Festival. And it was held in Ukraine. And we had a very, very interesting debate there. Ovidiu said that why should the white ones start first? Why shouldn't the black ones start first? I said, let's try and find out. And I went with the white ones. He went with the black ones. And he opened up with a Sicilian opening. I was, wow. I stood back and I said, whoa, 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 big fellow. What is the Sicilian opening doing here when you open with the black ones? Everyone who's in chess knows that when you bend the rules so as to begin with the black ones, one should always start with a tower, tura, what's it called? Tura? Castle, the rook. Yes, the rook. Yes, the rook. Always start with the rook. And the rook goes into a diagonal and he rests in the middle on the F5. I did not know that at the time. He tricked me. And from there on, you can imagine the ideas that came through my head. This is impossible. I would be beaten. Ovidiu never lost but a thought in moving the queen from behind the lines to my A2 pawn. He took it. And I asked, in what way do you imagine that you can possibly get my pawn with the queen from F30 to A1? Why do you do that? He thought about it a long time. And he said, have you read the works of Basilios? And I said, who is Basilios? And this conversation we had whilst thinking about our new song, because we're in a group called Mes Quins. And also, whilst we were talking about who Basilios was, I'm going to tell you a little story. Basilios was a Greek master from the 19th century. No one would ever lay an eye on Basilios. He would stay at a table and he would play against himself, and he would beat himself every time. He would beat himself to death. He would beat himself into an impossibly position where he would get up and said, I beat myself. He didn't understand how he could beat himself. That kind of man wrote a book which is called the Basilios Book of Chess. It appeared in 1895. 95? Yes. And he described in that book something which even today reminds us to be humble, to be good to one another, and to be quiet when we don't know what we're talking about. In that book, Basilios talked about the Mayan calendar. Basilios wrote that it is chessly impossible for the Mayan calendar to be true, because one cannot take the queen from A1 like Ovidiu did to A1 like Ovidiu did and take a pawn. And Ovidiu did not know that. And I said, have you looked in... Oh, căcat, m-am dus în ceva, nu mai știu cum să susțin. Stai să vedem. Stai așa. Basically what Basilios did was to play chess like that. He would not play chess on the normal table, but he would invert it. And in most Eastern European countries, when you invert the table, the chess table, you find the table underneath. What Basilios did was to put the pawns and the rooks and everything on the chessboard upside down. But now I don't mean upside down in the fact that he would play on the table, cum că zice? Table în engleză. Backgammon. Backgammon. No. He would not put that. He would put the pieces upside down even there. So if the knight would stay like that, now it stood like that. There was not a single piece from that board that would stay up. Everything was in a place or in another, on a side, relaxing, resting. It was called the resting chess. And Ovidiu showed that to me, and I did not know at the time what to believe. I thought he was mad, but in fact he was not mad. He showed me something which even now gets a shiver from my spine. You know when you go and take a pee, you know, and your bladder is empty, and the prostate contracts when you pee and gives you a shiver like that up your spine. This is what happened to me then. Because when you play chess like that, it's very good. Gata. Hai că ceva tot iese, nu mai știu ce să zic.